Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday night hangout, DS Domination Team UK hangout. We've got the people that were at the event on the weekend. If you weren't at the event, we're going to speak about the event. We're going to update you of what happened there and all the the things that we found out from the community of DS Domination, what people want to see more of, what people don't want, the successes that people have. Let me just touch on this. There was a question that went out after only a few minutes of the event starting, and the question was, who's made money with DS Domination? Now, you guys can back me up on this. How many people in the room, let's say there's 130 people, how many people roughly put their hand up?
Pretty much everyone, and they were filming it and they scanned the camera around and the camera picked up, I would say, easily 90%. Yeah, there was a couple of people sitting down, but then of course there were new people there as well that haven't joined yet. So
yeah. Gavin, your thoughts on that?
Yep, I definitely agree. About 90% of the people just put their hands up, just like that, and it made you just pan the camera around. And it's like, well, I've never seen anything like it. But
yeah, so in network marketing, in internet marketing, whatever you want to call this sort of a company, then you'll tend to find that some people are making the big money. Some people don't make anything because it's all focused on getting this product that they don't believe in, passing it on to somebody else just so that they can get the money back from purchasing that product. In DS Domination, people have bought the product, they haven't recruited anybody, and they're making money from the training that DS Domination gives you. So it goes out there, and it was fantastic to see so many people having such success from, it's a very young company. It's, what is it, 8-10 months old, something like that? It's about that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like October or something last year, was it?
Yeah, so we're not even 1 year old now, but the people that are joining, within days or weeks, they're getting the money back from the product because it's only $20, which is £12, and they're just creating income for themselves. So that was fantastic to see. Another thing I want to say is that it was brilliant to meet so many people, and for us up there doing the presenting, there was a few of us here, all of us went up there and did some presenting. It was really nice to get the feedback off the people straight away. From you turned up, you went all that way. We travelled 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever, to get to the event, and it was just really good that it was an environment that people were ready to learn. They came there, they'd put themselves out, and they wanted to learn what DS Domination was going to do for them. By the end of the event, they went away with, wow, now I can see the power of this, I can see the potential of this. They're fully committed, they fully believe in what DS Domination is doing, and it was just, some people, they knew it anyway, but they just needed these little questions answering. So, we've got, let me just remind you, if you're new to this is your first time on the Hangout, or you're watching the recording, it doesn't matter. We've got Facebook groups for every level of the DS Domination product level. So if you're at the pro level, we've got a pro group. If you're at the elite, all the way up, we've got a group for you. So what you need to do is send a screenshot to myself or to anybody on the panel. Get them to get in touch with the admin of these groups, and you can be added to the group. We've got a lot of interaction in these groups. We've got a lot of people answering questions on a daily basis. So as soon as you've got this little niggle, and we all know what it's like, we've joined something, we don't quite understand it, there's something there that we just want to get answered, and we need to get it done straight away, get it answered straight away, because if you leave it, it just builds, the problem just gets bigger, and you don't know where to turn, and then you're out because you can't do it. There's no question that is not been asked in that group already, but just get the questions in there. There's like I don't know, hundreds of people in these groups that can answer that question because they've been there, done that, they've got the experience, and they'll just write it back. So instead of messaging, an individual, because that's you. I always say this: look, if you message me and you want an answer to something, you're going to get my opinion and my experience. If you put it in the group, you're going to get the experience of 200 people that have probably got exact experience of what you're experiencing, if that makes sense. So you want to put that question into the group and then get some interaction on that question. It is really, really valuable that you do that. Because then it builds up a huge amount of knowledge in the Facebook groups. So I would definitely encourage you, if you're at the pro level, get the question in the pro group, and then just become free your mind. Okay. So Rick's laughing at that. What's funny about freeing your mind, Rick?
Nothing at all. Sorry, just thought you said. That's
okay.
good.
Okay, so we've got people on here. We want to know who you are. So something that came up, somebody mentioned that they didn't know how to comment on this Hangout as we were having it. So if you look down below, we've got this video screen here, and this is on an app called 22 Social. Now, if you scroll down the page, the video will go like that. Then you've got the comments section that's about this long, and then you scroll past that, and then underneath you've got a comments box. Now, in this comments box, you've got to be logged in to Facebook for you to be able to comment. So log into Facebook on another tab, and then on this tab, you'll be able to write a comment in there, press enter, and then it'll post it on the in the comment section. Rick, have we got people commenting on the in that section so far?
We do indeed, yes, absolutely. Brian Davidson is there, James Aubrey, Neil Spare, Stephen's in there, another Stephen, and yes, absolutely, we've got plenty of activity down there. So guys, as Stephen said, please do drop any questions in there, and we will answer them as and when. I'm going to try and keep track of all your questions, no matter how petty you feel they are. Please do just drop them in, and we will address them.
Yeah, fantastic. And this evening we got Chris on here. Chris, how are you doing? You can unmute for this bit.
Well, I'm unmuting myself. Yeah, good, thanks. Hi guys, and it was great to meet you all at the event as well. I'd just like to say that. So,
yeah.
You're a lot taller in person, Steve.
People keep saying that, and I think it's to do with being on these Hangouts. People see this much, and then when you're in real life, I'm actually 6'4". So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So what was your experience of the event then? Have you done this type of thing before? And what was our event like?
Yeah, I enjoyed the event. I've been to quite a few network marketing events before, and for me it was refreshing because there was just no hype required. It was just totally honest truth about income, what can be achieved. There was no hyping up people that were on stage, as in, we're earning $1 million and you can be too. It's just really just straight down the line on honest business talk, but at the same time with a network marketing twist to it. I mean, myself, as you know, I'm not really in the recruitment side of it. I'm literally in for the dropshipping. So for me, that was nice to see. I like the straight talk, and it was nice to do. That was refreshing for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the British crowd, they appreciate just cut to the chase, just get on with it, just give me the facts, give me the information, and that's it. They don't want any fluff with it all.
Yeah, it's a very American thing. Doesn't really work here, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? So it was a good opportunity, wasn't it, to network with people that are in the same business, that are doing the same drop shipping. And did you pick up any tips, useful tips, and make some good relationships with people that are in the same business?
I think it was definitely great to meet like-minded people, and it immediately felt like you had some kind of cohesion because you're all doing the same thing, but not really interacting on a face-to-face basis with it so much. For me, it's been more about looking forward and seeing, what Genesis has got to offer, for example, and also different ideas that it can put into the business. So yeah, I mean, any mind bending that can be done to try and get something new achieved is great for me. It's just all about new ideas.
Yeah, and it's good to find people that if you talk to your wife or your friend around the corner, he doesn't quite understand what drop shipping is, or he doesn't understand what what Genesis is. So you've attached yourself to people that have got the same products, which is why we put people together with the same products, and you can then batter ideas together without any fear of putting information out there that's not allowed to be out there in the public domain. So this is what the secret Facebook groups are for. So like you said, you've got Genesis, so we've got a Genesis group, and there's a lot of people in there that are interacting and working together for the common cause of being able to fulfillment by Amazon, do that side of the business. So yeah, make sure for people that are watching, get in touch with somebody and get yourself into these Facebook groups because they're really, really powerful. And get to the next event.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I've got to say that without the Facebook groups, I would never have got as far as I've got with it, because there's so many things that you need to figure out along the way. I mean, nothing that's rocket science, but you need that input from people that have done it, I think. And constantly being able to get that information easily is a great way forward. So.
Yeah, and would you say that you've had a niggly question that you've put in the groups and it's been answered?
Oh, there's always been niggly questions. Even if it's just something simple. I mean, in the beginning it might be what's the returns process? Should I be refunding someone before I open the case up in eBay? And just process things. Nothing that's necessarily rocket science, but you need to know it because it eats away at you. If you don't get these little things fixed, it's difficult to move on. So, but with groups, you get over these problems, move on, and things grow a lot quicker. So.
Yeah, that's good. And another interesting thing is that a lot of people that have come to DS Domination, I had somebody come up to me with a story that I've been into, all these other companies, like most of the people in the room, they've all been in all these other companies, and then you get to a certain point where you're like, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going back to a traditional job and that's it. It doesn't work. And now this person came up to me and said, but then DS Domination just, fell on my lap. They got involved with it, and now they're not worried about recruiting. They're not worried about keeping their team so that they get certain bonus levels. They're not worried about buying so much product that is then stacked up in the garage just so that they reach them levels. There's just so many people that are relieved, and they're like, oh wow, DS Domination came along. Have you seen all that sort of thing in other businesses that you've been in, Chris?
I mean, for sure, it's nice to get over the income barrier. With network marketing, it's all been about getting your team together, keeping your team, and any fallout's a complete disaster. With DS Domination, it seems to me there is very little fallout, and also it's just not a necessary part of things to be making an income.
Yeah, it's not as big a disaster, is it? Because you've got the drop shipping income anyway. You can probably make more money doing the drop shipping than you can on the affiliate side of things. So if somebody drops out, you're only losing $10, $20, or maybe $50. But from the drop shipping, you've already made that back in a day anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, on my recruitment side, it's probably 1% of my income. The income's from drop shipping.
Yeah.
And I'm on that full time now and sustaining that full time for drop shipping.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. So
So the event, for all of you that don't know, let's have a look. There we go. So the event was on Saturday. It was a nice long day, and it might have been a little bit too long, but we tried to squeeze in as much content as possible. It was recorded, so them videos are going to be out whenever they're ready. We haven't had any date on that, but we'll keep you informed on that. So another way to get information from us is to get into the Facebook group. So anytime we get anything like that, it's in the groups. What we want to try and do in the groups is put fresh content that is good, valuable content. We want to make a point of putting it into the files section. So if you're in the Facebook group, you'll see some tabs across the top there. On the, I think it's on the right, on one of the tabs anyway, it says files. And in there, you'll see stuff that is just a listed item. So all the way down there, you'll see lists of different titles. And what we want to do is try and give you some relevant pieces, relevant things that commonly asked questions and that type of thing. So if you've got anything to share with us as you sort the event, we're very open to you coming to us and sharing your knowledge with us. So if you've got something, put it in the group and maybe tag somebody that can approve it, and then I've done it. I've just copied out that content and put it into the files section, and then it's then retained. So if it's very valuable information that a lot of people are tripping up and having issues with, let's try and retain that information in the various groups, because that'll just help a lot of people and it'll make it a lot easier for people to start with. So Rick, Gavin, who shall I go? Who shall I go to? Oh, Rick. Okay. So, Rick, what are your thoughts on the event? You know, what was your feedback from the event in total?
I would say for a first event, I mean, I know it's the first UK event. They have had one DS Domination event that was the very first event, but that was in the States. And they had a similar kind of thing. Obviously, in the States, everything is a lot bigger. But on the ratio of first events and numbers for first events compared to things I've been involved with before, very, very good numbers. I mean, I think it went very well. I think there's always things that will need to be tweaked, and we can improve as things go forward. And we will, in fact, I think it's good at this point to remind people that we are looking for feedback. We don't want people jumping in the groups and whinging and sort of slagging off the event and this, that, but we do like positive, constructive criticism. So if you think something could be improved, something could be taken out, or whatever, then we welcome your feedback. And I think it would be good going forward that people can feel they can come to us and say, well, this could be improved here, and maybe we could consider this for the next event. And as things go forward, I think it will improve, and we will, But yeah, sorry. The main event, first event, very, very good.
Fantastic. I mean, there was. Did you learn anything from the first event? There was a lot of people there, a lot of people talking to everybody. There was all the information from the stage, put out there. Did you take anything away from the event?
I did. I mean, my focus, as most people who know me will know, my focus is the affiliate side. But I had reinforced confidence in that I really need to pull my finger out and actually do more listing. I mean, the income potential for anyone who just plugs into the training on this, and it completely ignores the whole recruiting, sponsoring side. The income potential is phenomenal, and that's kind of reinforced me because I know that the income that's possible from the listing side is more immediate. For those who know affiliate marketing, it takes a bit of time to kind of generate interest and build relationships with people and stuff. And it's definitely not overnight, millions. But yeah, the training has reinforced my confidence in what's available, and the real insight for me was what we've got with I'm sure I can mention this, the furniture side of things. Not a huge amount of information has been released on this, but this is exclusive to the UK, available. It's basically additional supplier has come forward and will be exclusive to DS Domination. It's very exciting. So that I'm watching that with keen interest.
Yeah. One thing that you did pick up at the event, I look very white in this light. Hang on, I'm going to turn it back off. One thing that I did see at the event, something that you mentioned, was the different sort of people that have been attracted to DS Domination that haven't been in anything before. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I will touch on that. There was all different age groups, and I did try and sort of get around the crowd and speak to people, and had a few of my own team members there and stuff. But yeah, absolutely, there were all age ranges, all people from all different backgrounds, and including people who have been in lots of things before, and they've just thought, wow, what a breath of fresh air DS Domination is. And they kind of brought people along who've never even thought of earning an income online, and they've just kind of plugged in and picked up, and they were keen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've just thought about something. There's this link goes out public, and there's some people that may have not even know what DS Domination is all about. So at this early stage, let's just review it nice and quickly. DS Domination is a training platform that will enable you to have the expertise to go out there. Let's cut it down to this very basic form. You're going to look for an item on Amazon, and you're going to sell it on eBay. So we give you the training to know how to source this item, how to pull the contents and put it onto eBay, and then mark it up, compete, come up in the search engine very good, so that your item is there at the top, and then you get sold and sold and sold all the way through. There's various levels of DS Domination, from the $20 level, which people are making a very healthy profit from, and then you can move up to the $100 level, which is the elite, and once you've got the elite, you've got more suppliers, you've got more discounts. You go up to Unleashed, so elite is $100 a month, Unleashed is $250 one time, Monopoly is then $500 one time, and then you can go to Genesis, which is $1,000 one time. So that's the package. If you want to do more affiliate marketing stuff, you got the Market Extreme, which is just an addition if you want to do the affiliate side. So and the Market Extreme is $200. So that's it. You're taking an item from Amazon and you're listing it on eBay from various sources, and you're listing it on eBay. That's the simplest format of this business. It's dead easy to do. It's copy and paste, and we give you the training to do it properly so that your account doesn't get shut down. You can make the most profits. You can get the most cash backs. You can, just all sorts of fantastic stuff. So that's all inside DS Domination. So if you want to join DS Domination, get in touch with anybody on the panel, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to show you, just how it works. Maybe share some success stories with you, and you'll just see that anybody can do this business. It's so easy. So let me touch on some few things with Gavin. Gavin, are you there? He's gone to make a cup of tea, hasn't he? Right, Rick.
Yes.
Questions. What questions have we got already on the?
Well, absolutely. We've got Sue. Hi, Sue. She's in Manchester. She was just commenting. She was at the event, and she was just wanted to say that we had a few technical hiccups at the event. We don't mind it. And to be fair, mate, hats off to you. You did resolve most of these by standing in at the last moment and filling the shoes of the laptop projector man, who clearly wasn't. Fair play on that one. So yeah, the next event will hopefully have less technical difficulties and a better Wi-Fi signal and stuff. But Sue was also saying that the message, we did have one of the co-founders, Kevin Hukawana, actually did a personal message for us, and I think that's really refreshing to see that even though it's an American-based company and it's primarily aimed at American, but it's obviously available globally. They are prepared to give us their time, and we had a personal message from one of the co-founders directly, specially recorded for the event. and that was, I think, really good to see. What do you think?
Well, I don't know whether you probably don't know this, but I was on the phone to him outside the back of the event trying to get this YouTube link, and then I couldn't get into Kevin's Facebook account, so then I had to get it to my account and then put it on the laptop, then try and find the YouTube video, and then it got a bit, yeah. We got there in the end, but yes, we got a personal message. Easy as that. We got a personal message, didn't we?
Fair play. So was that personal message recorded very on the day then?
Yeah, it was literally on the day. He got that ready, and Roger was. I've had a word with Roger since, and Roger said he wanted to be at the event virtually, and he was stuck in the airport, so he couldn't get any decent Wi-Fi to do it. But that was the intention. He wanted to be there with us.
Well,
so I mean that was brilliant. Kevin was there. He did it last minute and filled in. But Roger wanted to be there as well. So yeah.
That's good to know. Well, fingers crossed for the next event then.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to Gavin.
Hi, how you doing?
You are here now. Have you had a nice cup of tea, nice bit of cake?
No. For the first DSD event, it's great. I really enjoyed like putting names to pictures on Facebook, and just meeting people, and it was good connecting with people that I've like chatted to and helped, and vice versa. They've helped me as well, and it was good. The only thing that I was disappointed is I just didn't have enough time to go chat to everyone.
Yeah.
There's so many other people that I wanted to speak to, but I just didn't get around to it. What with the time schedule of everything. But hopefully next time, if they're there, I should connect with them and chat to them and see how they're going.
Yeah, so we need to have an event where it's like overnight, so we can just like have maybe the whole weekend, DS Domination weekend. Who'd be up for that?
Yeah, after party.
Yeah, big party, a few beers, we'd have a right chat. I think that will probably happen. There'll be people staying over at the next event, I reckon.
Yeah.
And especially when Roger comes over. Roger's still looking at October. He just mentioned that to me today. So he's still looking at October to come over. So make sure you're free the whole of October, just in case it's that weekend that you're thinking of doing something. Keep October free because Roger is looking very seriously at coming over to see us. So that'd be brilliant. Gavin, you were up on stage. You gave your time as well. You got a certificate. So did Rick. What sort of feedback did you get from the people that you were talking to at the event?
It was quite surprising to me, to be truthful. Just the little things that I've helped people with, and them coming up to me and sort of thanking me for the help that I've given. It might be, in my eyes, it seemed as a small thing, but in their eyes, it was a big thing. And it wasn't. I wasn't expecting to get that certificate. And Monday, I was a bit emotional with myself. I was sat here and rethinking that I've actually got it posted above there.
Yeah, good lad.
Above me whiteboard, and it's I look at that when in the mornings, and I look at it and I just it makes me think. It was just like I said, those small might be little niggly things and things that I've helped people with, and to me that's I enjoy doing it, and to get recognised for something like that is some people might think it's just a bit of writing and whatever, and a small signature or whatever. To me, that's quite big to get recognised just for just for helping others, really, and something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, it was fantastic to see the team recognised. And yeah, I know what you mean. It's just a bit of paper, but it's the sincerity that it was given in. You know, it was given to people that were actually putting themselves forward to help the wider audience. And just to reinforce that, you know, we're not financially rewarded by the people that we help out. There's people in this, you know, in the majority of people are not in our direct downline, so we're not making any money off them at all. It's just that we want to see DS domination. We want everybody in there to succeed as much as possible. So I think that if we all go forward with that type of mindset, then we'd have much more of an impact on DS domination and, you know, the people around us. Because if we're more, you know, financially in a better place, then the people around us, you know, families and friends and everything else, they benefit from us as well. So I think that, you know, we've all got the right mindset. I think that everybody on that in that event room had the same mindset as us, that they were there to, you know, what do you want to know? Because I want to tell you, you know, I want to help you out with these sort of things. So I mean, it wasn't just us. There was a lot more people that could have got recognised as well. So at the next event, I think there'll be a huge amount more, just little certificates, little things that just impact people as it has for, you know, all of us, and, you know, like you said, Gavin, like it did to you.
But the good thing with DSD and the groups is I'm seeing people, not just myself, there's other people, like you're saying, within the groups that, like, I've gone through Pro and Elite, now I'm doing Unleashed, and I'm, you know, you go up through the ranks, but there's people below us that are coming up, and I see them helping other people with the, you know, certain questions and stuff, and it's just amazing that you've got all these different people from all different walks of life just willing to help each other out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's go into some like company news then for people. Keep people up to date with what's going on with DS Domination. So we've got an app that is coming out. It should be out within the next, let's say, couple of weeks. I keep saying couple of weeks, but we don't know whether it's going to be approved immediately or you know, a bit further down the line. There's people that are beta testing it at the moment. In the US, I think there's a few people in the UK. And if you are one of them people, we want you on the panel so that we can, you know, thrash it out, get some ideas of how it's working for you, and get some screenshots of it maybe. So if you are that person that is testing it out, get in touch with us. Now, another thing, what else is happening in the company? Yes, I've got a message from Roger, but I'll wait a little bit longer. I've got a message from Roger of what he's working on, and I want to tell you about that in a few moments. Guys, what else do you know about DS Domination? What's happening in DS?
Obviously, it's the new insights, and you can link that up with your eBay account now, so it can manage it, like price fluctuations within the different sites that you use to source items in the US, and that will be automatically done for you. So if you sync your account with it and the prices change, it will automatically change the price within eBay. All this stuff's, you know, so much rolling out at the moment. It's, you know, I'm struggling to keep up with it because it's just amazing, like the amount of stuff that's coming out. But yeah, no, it's just unreal. And I know some people, there's been some concerns with people saying, obviously with the new rules with eBay coming in, you know, there's things in place for that regarding the returns and all that sort of thing. They're doing a centre in Texas that we can refer people back to regards to returns if people, you know, haven't seen that video yet. But go in the back office of DSD and watch the corporate webinar that they've done. It's it's very informative. There's a lot of information in there, and I recommend everyone watching that.
Yeah. There's I'm sorry. Yes, Rick. I was just looking at your comments in there. Tickets to the live event. Click on the link that Rick has put in the comments section, and you can check that out. Sign up for it. Let us know by the end of this hangout if you've signed up for the next event. And I think you'll definitely see James Aubrey there at the next event. He said, DSD weekend sounds like a great idea. Let the beers flow. That suits me. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, so the insights, let's go back to the insights. The insights can be found in the back office, and people can then track all their items through eBay using the insights tool. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, brilliant.
There was a video that I don't know if people know that it's there, but under the events bonus is in the back office is a special bonus video, and I would recommend people taking a quick look at that video if they get a chance. There's some great information in there as well of where they're going with a lot of things as well.
Yeah, and that webinar, the company webinar, that was a very good hangout to watch. Yeah?
Yep, yep.
Okay, so let's go back to Chris. Chris, where do you see the direction of your DS Domination business going in the next, few months or so?
Yeah, it's funny you should say that actually, because there's some changes going on at the moment with me. I'm basically starting outsourcing, which is interesting. So I've got eBay up and running pretty well, and I'm finding I'm spending a fair bit of time doing relistings and bits and pieces. So what I'm looking at doing is outsourcing some of that and starting to hit Amazon. So I want to, without getting too complex about it, I want to get into Genesis. I want to start sourcing products and working on Amazon a lot more. So this is the way I'm going. I'm kind of trying to push forward as much as I can. So I don't want to confuse things, but for me, it's just about moving on and getting it rolling into a self-operated business. So that's where I'm going with it all.
Yeah, well, did you see the video that I did on the Monopoly side of things? And that was focused on Jason O'Neill. So Jason O'Neill is a very successful drop shipper. He's only been in DS Domination, I don't know, 5-6 months, and he's managed to create a huge income from drop shipping. He wouldn't be able to do it by himself, by checking all his listings are up to date and all this sort of stuff. So he's built a business that he can outsource, which he has outsourced from the get-go, really, and he's just kept on building and building systems, putting systems in place so that he can make the most use of his time. So, I'm in touch with Jason, and he's just doing fantastic numbers. I think he's done $350,000 in sales in them short few months. So that's what the potential is if you want to work this as hard as he is. He's made in 1 month. I think he said he made 30,000 on eBay and 100,000 on Amazon. So he's just absolutely killing it because of what he does with outsourcing.
Exactly. He must have some great systems in place, and that really is. Hearing what he's been doing is a big part of what I'm trying to follow, and it's realising that the further you get into eBay, that you realise that quite a lot of your time is spent with listing, and it's great because it's all profitable, but it's great to be able to move on and use your time on other things. So I love the look at what he's doing, and yeah, that's the direction I want to be moving in. So this is where we're going.
So you can see that it's not just listing a few items and making a few pounds, is it? It's the potential of the there's so many different uses of DS Domination. You can make a few pound, or you can just blow it up to extraordinary figures like Roger did. What was it, 1.8 million in sales that he was doing on eBay.
Exactly, and there's no reason why it can't be a completely serious business, and it's proven to me over the past 5 months that if you work it in the right way, you can use every supplier that you've got and be a totally credible company, and have things running smoothly, without any real issues. So yeah, it's a completely real business. It completely depends on your approach, whether it's something you want to do in your full time or whether you want to take it deadly seriously. And I'm afraid I'm taking it deadly seriously. So
yeah, that's good to know.
And I know Gavin is as well. We had a good chat over at the event, and I feel that we're going in the same direction with things. So it's a totally realistic opportunity for building a great e-commerce business. So
yeah.
Well, the thing is what I'd like to mention is sometimes people don't realise the power that they've got or they've been given with this opportunity, and it's unbelievable what you can do with it, and how you can sort of go from one situation to another. It's just looking at it in a different light and seeing the bigger picture, and it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's something that you plan, and you as long as you focus and you head towards, and you set yourself some little goals and head towards them, you're going to get there,
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got to have goals. You've got to have goals, haven't you? And there's the video that I showed of Kenny Johnson. Kenny has just gone hell for leather, because he's in that same sort of group as Jason, and he thought, right, this is it. I'm going to retire my wife, and I'm going to focus on DS Domination. And he made his first $10,000 in sales on Amazon. So it's having them little goals that you work towards, and then just making them bigger for the next month and bigger for the next month. I know that you had goals of what was it, triple your income, or what were your goals, Gab?
My goals are to treble my profits each month. I know this month I'm going to take a little bit of a slack on it, because I've been away and obviously gone to see family and stuff as well. So I know I'm going to have to put in the extra time and that to try and recoup some of that. But my goal is to buy, I've got it written up on my board, is by August, September time to hit £4,860, and then try and maintain that and use that funding as well, because my picture is to basically eventually get stuff fulfilled by Amazon and go that route, and outsource a lot of my stuff as well. And I'm actually looking at how the whole business, how I'm running things, how I'm doing things, what bits I can outsource as I'm doing the process. And I'm not at that stage just yet, but as soon as I get to that stage, I will be speaking to various people that I know who are outsourcing stuff and seeing what they're doing and how they're going about doing it.
Yeah, and there's plenty of advice out there, isn't there, for that?
Definitely.
I like.
Definitely, there's, like they say, if you model someone who's already having success, see what they're doing and copy them, it cuts the learning curve within half, and just pick their brains, should we say. Yeah,
there's no point in reinventing the wheel, is there?
Exactly.
So right, we've got a few people on the Hangout, I've seen the comments there. A few people have bought tickets for the event in Coventry. So if you haven't got your tickets, you need to get the link, and the link is in the comments section. If you're watching the recording, get in touch with somebody, because you need to be getting that ticket as soon as possible. There's only a limited amount of space, and you want to be at that next event. It will be, very informative. Get together with the community again, and build your business. Get all these little niggles and questions answered for you, and then go forward from there. If you've got any questions and you're watching this, put them in the box down below. And Rick, have we got any so far, or any comments?
Well, Derek was just mentioning the app, that we do have the DSD app coming out, as you mentioned, and there is a DSD app available in the App Store, and a few people have got it. I've seen it's available. I was tempted to buy it myself. I'll get it myself. It's free. That is not the official DSD app. That is someone else. So, Derek, yes, it could prove useful for you, but it's not the one that we're banging on about. It's not the main one. That one that you've got. And also Terry Higgins was just saying that the returns centre that's in the US, that will be catering for the new, I was going to say challenge, it's not a challenge, they've kind of solved the problem. As far as returns go, he said, will there be one for people who have not moved across to .com because they're nervous, and therefore will they then drop out because that situation will then be a huge problem for them? That's what I'm guessing he's saying. And I would say to that, I don't know about your views, guys, but I would say that is even more of a reason to get across to the .com side of DS Domination. That should be your primary focus. The only reason really you should be listing in the UK is if you've got a brand new eBay account and you need to build up some feedback before you move across to .com. There is certainly some business to be made in the UK. Let's not completely ignore that. But the many millions of people compared in the US compared to the UK, I think if I can remember rightly, it's about, is it 24 million eBay users in the UK compared to about 136 million in the US?
Yeah.
It's something like that. It's a staggering difference. So, if you're getting some UK sales, that is brilliant, but your focus should be trying to go over to the US side as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely. It's huge in the US. And that goes with the Amazon as well. If you're on Monopoly, you want to be listing on Amazon.com. It just makes sense.
Absolutely.
I think it was mentioned, obviously, with the UK event that we had, that someone is actually looking into the UK side, but we're obviously waiting to hear back from that at the moment, so I don't particularly want to say.
That's cool. That's reassuring to hear something's going on, because I mean, we want to leave, or say we, I'm DS Domination, everybody wants as few hurdles as possible to get people to make money. I mean, the fact that you can get into this for 12 quid a month, okay, it sounds like a bit of a sales pitch now, but let's be fair. And many of you watching will have done things where 12 quid a month you would have put a lot more in to get started, and the whole thing is scalable. So if you can get in for 12 quid and then roll over profits and upgrading, benefit from the better training, where there are huge profit, bigger profits to be made, where is the issue? Where is the hurdle? What's to stop you trying this? That's what I would say. Yeah,
and that leads me perfectly onto my good friend Tommy Rodriguez. Tommy, you've been you've been online for quite some time. Just tell us a bit about, not company specific, but you've seen this sort of network marketing, this internet marketing world for quite a while. What would you say that DS Domination has done to the industry, and where do you see it going?
Is my microphone muted? Can you hear me?
You're perfect, mate.
Okay, great. A little bit tired, don't mind me. Personally, I've been online for, what's today? It's July 7th? March 4th, 2012. So about what's that, like 28 months? I've never been good at math, but, and,
It's actually July the 9th. You're only 2 days behind.
okay, I might be. Okay, I've been online for quite some time, and I've been in really one company I was in for about 18 months. Still have a lot of love for it. Great company, great pay. But it was hard. It was hard for average people to duplicate. And I saw DS Dominations back in August 2013, and I was like, I never really looked at it. But then when I did look at it, it was like, oh, like I got in and I had my wife look at it. My wife, I joined like back in August, but then like a week later I joined or something just to have my wife do it to see how easy it is. And my wife was coming in and boom, within like 48 hours she made like 4 sales, 4 sales, and it was like, wow, okay, my wife's not even some internet marketing guru. She doesn't even do this stuff. She just followed the training. And I was still focused on something else at the time, but as 13 was ending, I started looking more into this DS Dominations. And, I do regret not getting started earlier because for an average person, I don't care, anybody that's watching this, you have to understand, I don't care what businesses you tried. I don't care what milk and cookie parties you've done, what shakes you've sold, anything like that. This is by far the easiest thing. And when I put people into this company, because I do recruit for it as well. But the great advantage is you don't have to recruit. So, excuse me, if you're not a good recruiter and you just want to make money on eBay and Amazon, well, I can tell you right now, we have so much. Sorry, nose is itchy. We have so many people who are just great just doing the eBay and drop shipping side of this. Jeez, what's going on here? Okay, I don't know, maybe on camera. Camera's making me itchy. But like I said, I've seen quite a few things, and by far, if you can copy and paste, I mean, this is it. This is just something I feel good about getting people in. Like I said, that company I was in, it was over $5,000. Great people, great company. I've met so many people, even Stephen Hales right here. I met him through the company, great guy. And I felt good about it, but when I told people to go all in and, spend $5,000, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't say it's worth it, but I just knew that the chance of success would be really, really hard work, like just extremely hard. And while it might be worth it, it still kind of felt to me like, okay, yeah, he's going in, he's going to get great information, but what's he going to do with it? Well, with this company, when I tell people, hey, look, I got all the products, and I tell people to get in and just buy everything, I feel so confident that it's beyond another level, that if they take notes, watch, and apply, because knowledge is the new money, go get some, right? And I know that when somebody goes all in here, even just at the 20, but just saying all in, I know that should take somebody to a high 5-figure per month income. That's just how I believe, and I stick behind that because I'm just on eBay and I'm not even doing Amazon yet, and I'm almost doing 5 figures a month. So for me, I'm just like, holy crap. I'm doing all this. I'm not recruiting nobody. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not worrying about driving traffic. eBay already gets all the traffic that you need. Yeah. And the guy that teaches this, he did eBay for 10 years. If you're going to learn from anybody, learn from somebody who actually has experience. 10 years is a lot of experience on eBay, a lot of trial and error, a lot of mistakes. He's passing on over all those issues and saving us all that time. So it's always better to learn from other people's mistakes than our own anyways, which is, it's better, which is why he came out with this. But, I don't want to rant too long on myself, but the more it is, what I'm just saying is, by far the easiest work-at-home program you will do. Sorry, told you I was a little sleepy. By far the easiest program I have ever done, and honestly, I'm sticking with DS Dominations. I'm not getting involved in anything else. I'm not mixing with anything else. I'm not looking at anything else. just because I'm so confident. Like we have what, a 12 to 15% fail rate here, if that, and that's good. Those are good numbers. That means like 85 to 90% of people who come here have success. I got people on my team who bet, first day they made like 2-3 sales. First week they made already a couple hundred. I got people just at the $20 investment who come in and make $600 or $1,000 or even a little like $1,200-$1,500 that first month. No experience. And I can't guarantee that you're gonna make that if you join DS Dominations by far, by any means. It definitely takes hard work. While this is a simple program, it still takes discipline and going through the training and applying yourself. So I mean that's really it for me. I mean my best advice to anybody who's watching this video is or recording, or if you're watching it live, get in, take action, and take massive action, because if you come in here and treat this business like a business, you're gonna get treated. I kind of lost train of thought for a second. You're gonna get treated like a business. You're gonna be rewarded like an entrepreneur, so to speak. So I mean that's mine. I don't want to. Sorry, again, I didn't sleep much last night. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, and whether you're a bad recruiter, not a good recruiter, or you just don't want to go out and recruit, this is a program that, with the millions and millions of people on eBay, millions of buyers, you can't really saturate it, right? And eBay's not going anywhere, Amazon's not going anywhere, and these are household names. So I mean that's my little like 30-minute rant right there for you, packed down. I'll talk all day if I had to.
Well, it's quite interesting that you said that about the people getting all in and spending $5,000, and that's £3,000 over here, and it's a considerable amount of money. And if you can't guarantee that they're going to be financially better off for doing that, I was all in that company, and I had teammates that were upgrading to the $1,000 level, and I got to a point where I said, I don't think you should spend it, even though I'm going to get a commission. It's going to pay for one of my products, and it's going to, relieve me of, all that expense. I was advising them not to get it because I didn't think it was going to benefit them.
Yeah, and you know what? For me, great company though. I'll give them that. It is a great company. They have very great people in that company too.
Yeah.
It's just some companies. I'd recommend the packages to somebody who's trying to build their own business, like something else, personally, for that company. I know we're not talking about it, but
yeah, let's try and focus on DS anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I really don't want to jump off the tracks too far, but
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel way more confident putting people. What's all in DS, like 17 something.
Yeah.
And that's with the affiliate. Without the affiliate, it's like 1,500, 1,600. And even for $20, even for $20, like, I mean, you're not. You can't go to the movies. I don't know about in the UK and stuff, but over here, you can't go on a date for $20. You can't do anything for $20 nowadays. So, I mean, for $20, it's a very, very low risk. But word to the sometimes not so wise. Some people, they think $20 is not so. It's not much. It's not. It's like, all right, I'll just spend it. But understand that even if you spend it, you still have to treat the business serious. I know that there's people who will come in and they'll spend 20 and they're like, yeah, I'll spend it, and then they just don't do anything because it's only $20. But that's the thing. You got to treat it like $1 million business, and if you do that, like I said, you will be rewarded. Like I said, like an entrepreneur, like somebody, if you just take action and take that 20 and start flipping it and making money and then upgrading at your own pace, whatever you want to do, and I don't know. I'm happy about it. I mean, actually, before I got on here, I was listing some items myself, and even last night, I got on the computer. I did like 25 listings, right, in like an hour, maybe in some change, not sure. And I found a guy in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, literally. I got on, boom, went to a site that I go to, typed it in, found somebody, boom, selling a lot of his stuff. I put up quite a few of the items. One of the items sold in like 3 hours. It was like 3 in the morning. I was sleeping. Sold, and I made like $100 and something profit. Plus, I got cash back. So for me, like it's still mind-boggling because for what 2-3 minutes of work, you can make that kind of money. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to hype it up here, but at the end of the day, it's mind-blowing. It really is.
So this is primarily, there's a lot of UK people that watch this Hangout. Now, what we try and encourage our UK people to do is to list on the eBay.com in the US, because it is so much more, there's more traffic on there, like huge amount more traffic on there. And as as you listen to Tommy and his results there, listing an item and then getting $150 profit within a couple of hours or whatever, that's how much traffic there is on eBay.com, and that is why we try and push and focus on getting you over the pond to Amazon, eBay.com. So take that note, and that's why we're doing it. It's huge.
It's ridiculous. I never even knew how the hell people were selling on eBay. I've always wondered. I never even knew what the hell drop shipping was. You kind of, when you hear about this model, like when I'm listening, this is how I am. I'm listening. I'm looking over my shoulders to make sure the cops aren't coming. I'm like, because it feels illegal even though it's not.
Yeah.
Just because it is that easy. And I got a guy on my team. He's from Canada, and he's already been a seller on eBay for a while, and he can sell on the eBay US because he's already had a seller's account and eBay already trusts him. But like I said, it's just easy. I mean, I don't know. I can't see anything easier than this. If somebody can't copy and paste, I'm not really sure if they're cut out for internet marketing, or whatever. I don't know what you'd call drop shipping, but it's really copy paste, moving images from one item to another. Good titles, good keywords. I don't know. It's mind-boggling that I kind of kicked myself in the butt that I got kind of started late in this. I'm like, why in August didn't I just start then? Like, why didn't I just start then? And we all have that, right? We all have that from time to time, but
there's so much development in DS Domination as well. With the company moving forward so fast. You touched on earlier that Roger's got like 10 years of experience in doing eBay. Why not learn from somebody that's made the mistakes and is putting a plan together to get you over them hurdles? What was I going to say? He's done all the mistakes. And yeah, that's it. eBay and Cassini, it changes the dynamic so much all the time. So Roger is keeping us up to date with the latest things that come out. The search engine is going to change is it next month that it changes again? Yeah, and it's going to be a major difference to how it works now. So if you're drop shipping without the training from DS Domination, you're going to have some problems coming up on, what was it, 20th of August?
August 20th, yep.
Yeah, so that's why you get the products, and that's why you get like the elites, and you keep it each month, because the webinars are keeping you up to date with everything that goes on.
I don't want to interrupt, but look at that. I'm on a Hangout, and I don't want to show you guys, whatever. Anyways, this is my eBay app.
Yeah, up a bit.
Anyways, I don't know if you saw it good enough, but anyways, just proof. Just got a cha-ching on my phone. Sale. And I get, look at me. Like I'm like a little kid in the candy store. It's funny because I'm not going to tell you that I made the most money doing this compared to what I was doing before, but I could tell you this is easier, and I'll get to where I was before with this company because of what they teach. And like I said, it's mind-boggling. Like it's just like Like when I hear that cha-ching, I'm like, woohoo, money, money, yeah. You know, you get so excited, and man, it's like it's addicting. When you start listening, it doesn't even feel like work. It doesn't. It doesn't even feel like you're working. But sometimes what I've had to do, coming even so where I'm at now in my life, sometimes I had to write down a schedule every day, like on a board, Monday through Friday. What are my hours? Okay, get up at 6, work till 2. Treat it like a job. Now that's tricky for some people because they're not disciplined, and sometimes shit, I wasn't disciplined some of the times too. But sometimes when you figure out your why and why you're doing this, like you really do treat it like a job, and yeah, it's just I don't know. That just kind of excited me, so I had to jump back in because I don't even I gotta go see what I got for that sale. Actually, I gotta log in my eBay and just see what it was. Like I got so many items up right now. It's the more items you put up, like they say, the more money you're gonna make. So it's
While you got that, and while we were on this hangout, we got a comment in our group there that Sasha got a sale as well.
Sasha Ordine.
No, Sasha Lydiard from the UK. So she said that she's sold her top seller item again whilst on the hangout. So there we go. It does happen, and that's fantastic.
Stephen, can I sort of chime in here with a direct question for Tommy from Terry? I know he's interested to find out how much profit he's just made on that item, but Terry Higgins here was just wondering, buddy, what's your take on sales tax? How do you, obviously you're in the US and you're used to that kind of thing, but this is an ongoing issue and it really shouldn't be, but I can appreciate where Terry's coming from. From us guys going over and selling on the .com side of things, sales tax is a bit of a mind game because we don't know, it's a totally new thing for us. How do you cope with that?
As far as the sales tax, I can't speak for what it's like in the UK because obviously I'm in the US. But sales tax sucks. I won't lie, I hate it. I just sold the item that I did sell at like 3 in the morning. I was gonna make even more money than that, and it was my first time ordering from this place. And I ordered the item, and I come to realize that there was $24 in sales tax. And I got on the phone with them. I was talking with them, and I'm like, "How is it $24?" I'm like, "Holy crap, that's a lot." And they're like, "Well, we only tax 4 states." So I'm like, "So it's just my luck. I got one of the states." Huh? And I was like, "Damn it," I guess for me is when you're getting cash back. When you're getting the cash back, if you're in the elite and stuff like that, you're getting the cash back. It kind of balances out your eBay fees and PayPal fees. Now, I still list my item for still 15%, so I still have that 2% wiggle room. And lost train. I'm very ADD. I forget things. I can't wait to see what I'm like when I'm older and I got senile. Who knows? And but no, I do the 15%. But what somebody could do is this. And what you could do is when you're looking up a researcher, if tax is a lot, like especially where you guys are, what I would suggest is to mark your items up 20%. So instead of 15, do your 20%, and when you're looking for somebody, see who's got it marked up at least 20%. This way, you know that it's only 13% that's going between your eBay and your PayPal fees. Now, you have that 7% extra wiggle room for tax. You see what I'm saying? So you could do that. Again, you're going to have to find a really good item. You're going to have to find somebody who is marking the items pretty good at a 20% or even 18%. But remember, if you're using the cash back and you have some money to play with up front, because you're not going to get the cash back right away, but you'll still get it back, and it's on your overall annual income. And you can always mark your items down a little bit cheaper, or just calculate the fact that, well, if I'm getting 8% cash back, well, I don't really have to mark my item up 15%. I could do 7, because 7 plus the 8%, whatever's left over, that's technically what you're gonna pay. You know what I mean? And then that 15% is, or whatever, that 15% will cover your tax. I hope I'm making kind of sense here. So you can either do the 20%. 20% will definitely insure, because I think what's the most that you pay in tax, like 8%. Most places it's like 8%. And so if you got it 7%, you should be more than good. And if you come across a place that doesn't take 7%, well, then you got all that extra as profit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it only charged you 3% in tax, now you have that extra 4% that you can play with. That's profit. So every time now you order, and let's say one time you have no tax, next time you have no tax, next time, and so you're making all that extra profit. So, and then all of a sudden, in one time, you do have to pay tax. It kind of helps it balance it out a little bit more, so you're not like coming out of pocket. I've learned that in some of the trainings where, when I was on the pro, actually, he's just like, don't worry so much about the tax. He's like, if you got 15% and 9 out of 10 times you get no tax, well, all this extra time, you've gotten that extra 2%. So 9, you know what I mean? You got that extra 2% that's in your pocket, going towards your new shoes, whatever, and then that one time you're gonna have to pay tax, and that's gonna happen. But my best suggestion is try 20%. It might be hard. Me personally, I've never done 20%, but I've heard people doing that because when they do shop at other sites in the Elite, some of the ones that have a little bit higher tax, they're like, well, when I shop there, I know that I'm never losing money. I know I'm never losing money because I got it marked up so freaking high, and it's impossible. So that I would try the 20%. Do the 20% thing, and if you do that, I mean, there's a good chance that it's going to balance it out, and you're going to have your profit in there as well.
So let me just verify. Hang on one sec. We're not giving tax advice at all because we're not accredited tax people and all that sort of stuff. So go and see an approved tax advisor if you want some proper advice.
Yeah, it should be made clear that we're talking about sales tax upon a sale and not income tax or any of that kind of stuff. But no, Tommy, bro, thank you very much for that. I think that will have helped, hopefully helped Terry himself, who asked the question, and a lot of other people.
Gavin, I think Gavin wanted to say something there.
Yeah, basically, I see a lot of people saying, should we like charge tax for this, that, and all the different states? Why are you complicating it? I'm being real here. Just add it in your price, but overall, some items you will have to pay a little bit of tax on if you sell that item within that state or whatever, and then other states you won't pay tax. As long as you average it out, it'll be fine. And not only that, it'll be less of a headache for yourself. I see all these different posts about the tax thing, and it's to be truthful, just listen to what Roger says. He says, price it at this. I know he's updated some information within Pro because there's slightly a few more states now that are charging tax, and he that in one of his live Pro training webinars. So just take a look in there, and I can't remember which date it was. So, but he did actually mention in there that just increase it a little bit.
Yeah, work on the average. Tommy, have you worked out how much you've made on that item yet?
Not sure.
We're all waiting here, like in suspense.
Oh, I didn't even know. To be honest, I think I actually ran out of stock. That doesn't happen too often, and I was actually, I think, out of stock like a while ago, and I just forgot to take the item down because the 4th of July, and I've been busy, and it just sold now, and I'm looking, and I'm like, huh, it's gone everywhere. Where the hell is this damn thing? And normally if that ever happens to me, I call them, and, I buy myself time. What I do is, you get your processing days. I have 3 processing days for mine. But if this happens for me, I just make up some logical excuse. Like, if I really don't think it's gonna come back, then I'll offer them a refund if that happens. But when you're gonna be part of DS Domination's Insights, we're not gonna have to worry about this stuff anymore. Once they finish the Insight program, because it's just gonna take your listing down, which is phenomenal. But I've always used an excuse if I ran out of stock. Oh, I had to run out of town on a family emergency. Something crazy. That's just what I say, because who's going to argue with you when you call them and say, I had a family emergency? If somebody really is sitting there arguing with me, I can't believe this, you had to run out of town. Nobody's going to say that. Most people are going to be very genuine with you. And most people are very understanding. And they're like, okay, I had one person, I was like, you can wait a week till I get back and I can ship it to you, but I might be able to get it to you sooner if I have access to a computer. If not, you can wait till I come back. And if I do that and I wait the full week, whatever, I might tell them, look, I'm not going to be back in time. I'll just refund you. And when I get back, you can order it. And, I assume from that time till the week's over, hopefully they'll have the item back in stock. But I would have probably made about $60 to $80. But now I'm a little like, oh, come on. Out of stock? I don't even like that. Like I'm not seeing it anywhere, and I'm searching, I'm doing the techniques, and I'm just like, damn. And you know what? That's gonna happen a while. I don't want to discourage anybody who's watching. Definitely don't get discouraged from that. It's just something that can happen. You got a hot selling item, and it's selling. Everybody just wants it. And sometimes, guys, this thing is not even like, for me, I wouldn't even buy this, right? But there's people out there who buy the weirdest things on eBay. Just being honest. And I sell weird things sometimes, and I'm just like, who buys this stuff? But at the end of the day, I don't question it, because it's profit and you're making money, and obviously somebody out there wants it. So I don't. I'm sure I'm gonna find this item. I might have to call them though. That's what I'll do. I'll probably have to call them, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to just give them that excuse I just told you guys, because I'm on the first page, and that everything is out of stock when you find sites like thefind.com, pop-up screen, nothing eBay, nothing anything in the Elite, nothing Amazon. So it's one of those iffy things. So it's like, I'm not even sure if this is coming back.
That's good. That it's a real business, and I'm sure that you go down to the department store and things go out of stock there as well. You've looked at it.
And that happens all the time too. So it's, most people aren't going to get upset about it. I mean, they understand. And plus, in my description, I make it clear, like, this is coming from my third-party supplier. If I'm out of stock or the item's on back order, I'll just refund you 100% of your money, yada yada yada. And I'll let them know, because I want them to know, like, if they say anything to me, it's like, hey, look, I had it in my description that if the item's out of stock, I'll refund you your money. So that's it. I mean, it's nothing to be discouraged about, because I'm sure it's going to come back in stock in a couple of days, and I'll just wait it out, and that's fine.
Yeah, brilliant. Let me tell some news, because I was having a word with Roger earlier, and he said, so this is for the UK people. I'm waiting for a critical piece of info for UK members today. I have a conference call in 90 minutes to help you guys get extremely cheap shipping into the US. So, and then he goes on and says, yeah, I also have to set it up so you can send samples to my team in China. That means you won't have to wait or pay hundreds per sample in shipping. That part is done. So he's talking about the Genesis side of things, where you're sourcing items and bringing them into the US. And I think it's basically you get all the packages together and then ship them to the US, so that it's all in one consignment. Because there's going to be a huge amount of importing from China. So if everyone's doing it individually and paying $400 per 20 samples or 200 samples, it makes sense to put it all together there and then send it as one to the US fulfillment centers. So that is in the works, and it's quite a big bonus for us in the UK to have that benefit as well. So that's.
Roger's just awesome.
I mean, is that the hardest working guy in showbiz? I mean, not in show business, internet marketing or whatever it is, business.
This guy right here, I don't know about you guys, but I find his modules and webinars extremely entertaining. I don't know about you guys, but this guy he cracks me up. Like on some of the stuff he says, just even how he introduces stuff. Hey, good evening, guys. This is Roger. Like, just something silly. He said, he's a funny guy, and I like the fact that he put this together, man. It's just like again, you kind of wonder why didn't you think about it, but it's good stuff. He knows his stuff, and I'll give him that.
Yeah, definitely. Rick, have we got any more questions? Or if you found this valuable, I know it's gone on a little bit longer than usual, but if you found this valuable, people, leave us a comment down below. And, this is Tommy Rodriguez. Have a look on my friends list and you'll find him. And if you want to friend him, get to know Tommy because he's putting out valuable content every single day and encouraging you to do the best in your DS Domination business. Tommy's a affiliate marketer. He's done all sorts of internet marketing. He knows his stuff, so he's a very good guy to get to know and to learn from as well. So definitely hit Tommy up. Have you got a?
I might be maxed out on friends list, so if you're gonna follow me, just hit the follow button.
Yeah, I've just tried.
As I start making some room, you'll see on my wall to tell people to add me if they're following me. I was thinking about making a new Facebook page because I'm sure I got a lot of dead weight on my page that just people haven't gone on in like so long. But I'm just like, I don't know, a new page, I don't know. That just feels like a damn lot of work, I'm just gonna keep it up and just maybe hire somebody to go through my friends list or something.
Awesome. So have we got any other questions, Rick, on the Hangout?
Not really, just about Stephen just wants to know about the eBay app to get the cha-ching working. Yeah, guys, honestly, it is awesome when, if you're doing this and you're getting sales and you haven't got the cha-ching going off on your phone, get it, because it's epic. It really kind of motivates you and gives you a kick, and it's really cool for sponsoring and recruiting if you're into that side of the business as well, because it's a conversation starter. If you're down the shops and somebody's like, it goes cha-ching, it's like, oh, what's that? And yeah, it's pretty cool for that. Looking through, I can't see anything that stands out.
No. Okay, cool. Well, we should leave it at that then. It was good to. It was great to have you on, Tommy. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And it's great to have like a voice of the industry, a veteran. I know you said it's only 20 whatever months it was that you've been in internet marketing, but that is like a lifetime compared to a lot of things. So it's good to have a voice of that.
It's been one hell of a ride. I'm not gonna even lie. Like I'm not perfect by any means, and but it's rewarding. And I have my daughter who's going to be 20. She's going to be 2 years old coming up in like 2 weeks. Alan, Stephen, I remember that event we went to. It might have been in Austin, Texas or something.
Yeah.
In January last year, maybe 2013. Was it last? Yeah, it might have been last year. And
yeah, it was.
My little girl was just this little chubby little Michelin baby kind of, and now she's like almost 2 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna need a shotgun very soon. I'm sorry. It's just, oh man, it was my first kid, and she's just grown up like beyond my eyes, man, like right in front of me, and it's a blessing to be able to stay at home with her, man. I couldn't trade this lifestyle for anything else, man. It might not always be easy, but if it was easy, everybody would do it, and everybody would be stinking filthy rich. But it's not. It does take hard work and sacrifice and discipline. And if you're willing to work at it, you're willing to put in that time, the sweat, and those tears. I'm telling you, man, it's so much more rewarding than what people think it is, and it's very beneficial.
Yeah, and you might have to just explain why you need a shotgun.
Oh, all the guys trying to chase after her. I already told her. I said, look, you're not even leaving the house till you're 35. So, and just man, it's crazy. I know, and the way the world is nowadays, in the next 15, 20 years, with boys and girls, man, it's probably only going to get worse. God forbid, but it's not going to get any better. I'll tell you that. And at least over here, it's pretty bad. I don't know about in London, but certain parts over here, people just don't care.
Yeah.
So that's just I don't know. I just
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Well, I think you can drop ship shotguns on eBay, can't you?
I might have to do that too. That's the funny thing.
You might as well make some profit on some beforehand. Right. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Thank you, Chris, for coming on. It's really good to have both sides of the pond. I think you'll agree that it's nice to get the feedback from the US, from our people that we attract to this hangout. So and thank you, Rick and Gavin, for joining us once again. And we will see you next week. Make sure that another thing, this little caption, this little picture that Rick has made, you can share that. Share it with your team and get your team onto this hangout, because the more information your team has, the longer they'll stay in the company for a start, the more update they'll be, and then the more your team will be cohesive. So share the graphic. Rick shares it on a Monday or a Tuesday. Put it on your timeline. Say, look, this is where I'm going to be on Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, and get more people on the hangout. We get a lot of people. We get a lot of interaction, which we appreciate. But let's try and get more and more people doing it. So with that,
real quick before you go, I found the item.
You've got it.
I got it. Yes, it was a hassle, but I found it. Oh, never mind. It's out of stock. Damn it. Oh God. Okay, sorry. Whatever. I'll just wait a couple of days. Anyways, I'm wrapping up. Thank you for having me on this hangout, man. It's a pleasure, and hope everything's well with you guys over there.
Yeah. Cheers,
Thank you,
buddy.
Tommy.
Have a good day.
Ta-da. Right. See you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Cheers, Chris. Coming on.
Chris.
Thanks. Great night. Take care. Bye.